Hi, this is David. Today I'm going to talk about dropped vowels in French. So you learned to read French, and then when you start listening, you realize that there's a whole different language where they, whole different version of French where they drop a lot of the vowels and they run things together, and they still end up being able to understand each other. So how do they do it? Well, they learn the patterns. It's kind of by convention. We learned that this je reviens can sound like je reviens, je reviens, je reviens. Even I can't do it as much as the speaker runs it together, but I do recognize it just because I've heard it so many times, and you will too. Let's listen to this 3 times. We're going to listen to this whole sentence in bold here 3 times.
Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir.
So what I would have expected is that if you heard this for the first time, you heard this this sentence here, probably you would have heard a lot of the consonant sounds. You would have been able to kind of follow along with where he was, but some of the words would have escaped you. I would have expected that this le here would escape some of you at the beginning, but you might hear that pretty quickly. You'd start to hear the le pretty soon. Let's listen twice and see if we can all hear the le in tard le soir.
Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir.
Okay, and after picking up the tard le soir, you would have started to hear the c'est d'être, c'est d'être ouvert. So you've learned what that sounds like now, c'est d'être ouvert. You learn to recognize that series of words. And then you would have been getting to this je reviens. You would probably hear the viens. You probably hear this part, viens. And you hear there's a little bump, something going on here with this R. A lot of times it's hard for our English speakers' brains to really process that R sound because it's a sound that we don't have in English. Sometimes we don't even hear like a little bump sound. We hear a breath of air, like a little puff of air. And that puff of air, if we're not in tune to it and we haven't listened to a lot of French, our brain just thinks it's noise and ignores it. Now, what you have sometimes for the R's, you have some sound, and then just a drop in the sound goes away, disappears, while the back of the tongue closes up to make the R sound. And for us, it's just like a gap in the sound. We don't hear it. Something happened. It's kind of like static on the radio. It's like we go under a bridge almost. So these R's sometimes really throw us for a loop. We don't really hear them, or we can't process them correctly. But we will get used to it if we listen again and again, and we're looking at the words in the transcript so we know what's really being said. But let's listen now again to the je reviens. Let's see if we can hear that 3 times.
Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert.
And then the l'épicerie, I don't think you hear the too much after the C. Let's listen to that 2 times. I'll play it twice.
Très tard le soir. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir.
Okay, and then probably the final thing in this sentence, after you'd heard it 3 times, listen to it and focus carefully on the different words, the final thing that would probably still be bothering you is this word, particularité. To help you grasp it a little bit better, it might help you if you know correctly how to really pronounce it. So let's do this. Let's talk about the end of the word. If you take the tip of your tongue, touch it against the inside of your lower teeth, and you're going to make that R by bumping the back of your tongue against the back of the roof of your mouth. So let's talk about the end of the word from the A-R-I-T-E. And keep the tip down and say arrêter, 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 arrêter. And so notice that for the T, I'm not making the mistake of lifting the tip of my tongue up to make the T. I'm keeping the tip of my tongue down and making the T by touching the middle of my tongue against the roof of my mouth. Arrêter. And this is not necessarily how the French do it, but I'm telling you this for you as an English speaker to help you keep from lifting the tongue up so that you can make the correct sound at the back. Arrêter, arrêter, and then let's add the C-U-L in front. Cularité, cularité, cularité. So notice that for the C-U, I'm not saying Q. There's no Y sound there. It's cularité, cularité. Now let's add the front part, particularité, particularité. Sometimes if you can try to say it the way you think maybe they actually move their tongue and lips, if you can try to reproduce that, it can sometimes help you hear it better. So now let's play this 3 times again and see if we can hear particularité and je reviens, and then épicerie, épicerie. Notice that it's sri, sri, épicerie. And then I'm sure you can hear this le right there now. Let's play it again 3 times.
Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie, c'est d'être ouvert très tard le soir.
One last thing. Let's see if you can hear the D in grande. He doesn't say grande, but he does close his mouth completely for the D sound because we have to hear that D as native speakers and native listeners. We need to hear that D, otherwise there's a problem in the sentence. We need to hear that D because particularité is feminine. So let's see if we can hear the D. Now this is really advanced listening in that your ear already has to know what grand should sound like and what grande might sound like. So let's listen. I'm going to play it twice. So 3 times. Let's play the beginning of it 3 times.
Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie.
Listen, I'll bring this in a little bit so we can hear just grande particularité.
Votre grande particularité, je... Votre grande particularité, je... Votre grande particularité, je... Votre grande particularité, je... Votre grande particularité.
So you can hear the grande, you can hear the D, right? And then because of where I happen to put this, you can also hear him saying the je better now than I was saying before that he wasn't pronouncing the je, but now I seem to hear it, right? Let's hear it. Let's listen again.
Votre grande particularité, je... Votre grande particularité.
So we discover all kinds of things when we play around with this loop tool.
Je reviens à l'épicerie. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie. Votre grande particularité, je... Votre grande particularité, je... Votre grande particularité, je reviens. Votre grande particularité, je reviens à l'épicerie.
Okay, so this gives you an idea of how you can use the loop tool too to focus on certain sounds, and sometimes it can help you to hear certain sounds. Anyway, that's it for today, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.